In 2021, NFTs were, let's be honest, expensive monkeys, pixelated rocks, and Twitter profile pics that aged like milk. Everyone laughed. Gamers hated them, investors got burned, and NFT became a meme, not a movement. But here's the reality check. In 2026, NFTs are no longer JPEGs. They're the infrastructure behind a $100 billion gaming economy. Not speculation, not hype. Real players, real assets, real money. So the real question isn't are NFTs dead? It's how did everyone miss the comeback? The truth is simple. The junk era of NFTs is over, and the utility era has officially begun. No more trust me bro roadmaps. No more pixel hype. Just functionality, gaming, and ownership that actually works. If you want to understand where NFTs are really going, subscribe now. Or keep holding those 2021 bags forever. Attention, important disclaimer. Please read carefully. This content is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not financial advice, investment recommendations, or trading signals. Trading involves significant risk, including the potential loss of all capital. All trading decisions are the sole responsibility of the individual. Let's talk about the group that hated NFTs the most. Gamers. Back in 2021, NFTs in games sounded like a scam speedrun. Pay to win. Cash grab. Blockchain garbage. And again. They weren't wrong, but here's what changed in 2026. NFTs stopped being about flipping and started being about function. Major studios, think Ubisoft style, Sony scale, Epic level production, didn't rush in. They waited. They watched the market burn. And then they rebuilt the tech quietly. What they realized was powerful. Gamers don't hate NFTs. They hate bad games. So instead of forcing NFTs into games, they rebuild games around ownership. Here's the core shift. In 2026, when you buy a skin, a weapon, or a character, you actually own it. Not licensed, not until servers shut down. Owned. That sword you earned after 40 hours of grinding? It's an NFT. That legendary skin you unlocked in a tournament? NFT. That piece of land in a massive open-world game? NFT. But here's the key difference from 2021. You're not buying them to speculate. You're using them to play. No one's flexing JPEGs anymore. They're flexing skill-locked assets. And this is where the Bored Ape era officially dies. Back then, NFTs were static, speculative, social media-driven. In 2026, gaming NFTs are dynamic, earned through gameplay, integrated into mechanics. Now let's talk about the feature that changes everything. Interoperability. This is the concept everyone talked about in 2021, and no one delivered on until now. In 2026, studios finally agreed on shared standards, which means one item can exist in multiple worlds. Imagine this. You earn a legendary sword in a fantasy RPG. That same sword appears as a cosmetic weapon in a battle royale, a display item in a metaverse hub, a tradable asset on a marketplace. Same NFT, different experiences. This doesn't just feel cool, it changes player behavior. Suddenly, time spent gaming isn't wasted. It's invested. Your inventory has value. Your achievements carry over. Your digital identity becomes persistent. And for studios, this is a goldmine. They don't just sell games anymore, they build ecosystems. Players stay longer, trade more, compete harder. And because assets live on-chain, studios can earn royalties without predatory monetization. That's the balance they couldn't find before. Here's the wild part. 8A studios don't even market these as NFT games. They just call them games. Blockchain is invisible. Wallets are abstracted. Onboarding is seamless. Most players don't even realize they're using NFTs, which is exactly why it finally works. And this is why the narrative flipped. NFTs didn't fail. They shed the grift layer. Speculators left, builders stayed. The market cleaned itself. And what emerged wasn't hype, but infrastructure. So when people say NFTs are dead, what they really mean is the casino closed and the real economy opened. But it's not just about gaming. It's about where we will actually live. Because once you understand NFTs as tools, not collectibles, the next step becomes obvious. Games were just the training ground. The real battlefield is the Metaverse 2.0. Let's address the elephant in the virtual room. Early metaverses were ghost towns. Big promises, empty landscapes. Zero reason to stay longer than 5 minutes. You weren't living there. You weren't working there. You weren't building anything meaningful. So people left. But in 2026, the Metaverse didn't disappear. It changed its job description. Welcome to Metaverse 2.0. This time, it's not about walking around with a cartoon avatar. It's about doing real things in digital space. Meetings, design, collaboration, commerce. And this is where hardware finally caught up. With devices like Apple Vision Pro and Meta Quest 4, the Metaverse stopped being a game and started feeling like a workspace. Instead of flat Zoom calls, you're in shared 3D rooms. Instead of switching tabs, you manipulate digital objects with your hands. Instead of logging in, you enter. And NFTs quietly power the entire thing. Your virtual office? NFT. Your tools and software licenses? NFTs. Your digital real estate? Still NFTs? But now with actual utility. The biggest shift? Metaverse worlds are no longer empty. They're task-driven. You don't go there to explore. You go there to produce. And productivity is what keeps people coming back. Digital identity, NFTs as passports. Now here's where it gets really interesting. In Metaverse 2.0, your avatar isn't just cosmetic, it's identity. In 2026, NFTs are increasingly used as login credentials, reputation markers, proof of access, proof of skill. Think of them as digital passports. Instead of creating a new account everywhere, your NFT-based identity follows you. Your achievements? Portable. Your credentials? Verifiable. Your reputation? On-chain. This changes everything. A developer's NFT proves experience. A gamer's NFT proves skill rank. A creator's NFT proves authorship. No middlemen, no fake profiles, no centralized bans wiping your existence. And here's the key difference from Web 2. You don't rent your identity. You own it. That's why companies are adopting this quietly. No hype, no marketing buzzwords. Because identity is infrastructure, and infrastructure doesn't need hype to win. The investment angle. Is it too late? So now comes the question everyone is thinking. Is it too late to invest in Metaverse projects? Short answer, no. But also, this isn't 2021 anymore. Back then, you bought the word Metaverse and prayed. In 2026, narratives don't pump tokens, usage does. The projects surviving now have active users, integrated hardware support, real revenue. Developer ecosystems. If a Metaverse token doesn't power something people actually do, it's noise. Speculation is out, utility-driven value is in. This is no longer about land flips. It's about platforms that host economies. The winners won't scream the loudest. They'll quietly onboard millions. Final conclusion. The future of digital ownership. So let's zoom out. NFTs didn't fail. They shed their cringe phase. The Metaverse didn't die. It stopped pretending to be a game. What we're watching now isn't hype returning. It's digital ownership maturing. We're moving from "look what I own" to "look what I can do with what I own." And that shift changes everything. Because when ownership becomes native to the internet stops being rented. Now I'm curious, which game or Metaverse project are you betting on for 2027? Drop it in the comments. I read all of them. And if you don't want to miss where digital ownership goes next, subscribe. Because this time, it's not about JPEGs. It's about reality going digital permanently.